The reason you might still be struggling with self-hate is that you think self-love is a feeling and you're waiting for that feeling to kick in. I've said this before, but when it comes to self-related concepts like confidence, self-respect, love, and acceptance, actions come before feelings. These actions also prove the existence of these qualities in our lives. There's a reason why many people who were raised in loving homes or who haven't been continuously traumatized radiate confidence and love. They may have struggles sometimes, that's human, we all struggle, but they have a point of reference. Whether they are conscious of it or not, they have a well to draw from, and that is where their core identity is rooted. Someone has taken the time to not only reinforce the internal enoughness they were born with, but also to teach them how to expand it. But when that foundation is missing, or perhaps it was there and something shifted, the key to rebuilding isn't just wishing for a feeling of self-love to possess you. It's about taking intentional action to build a case for yourself, one piece of evidence at a time. Think of it this way. It's a fundamental human right that you are presumed innocent of a crime until proven guilty in a court of law, at least in countries that work, in systems that work. And even when someone is ruled guilty of a crime, the finding of admissible evidence can overturn the ruling and prompt their release. You came into this world innocent, but all the terrible things that have happened to you became the evidence that convicted you to a life of self-hate, low self-esteem, and a lack of confidence. When the arraignment happened, when the thing happened, you might have been defenseless. No one protected you, and for whatever reason, you couldn't protect yourself. Now that you are ready to break free, you must make the effort to start collecting evidence of your worth so that you can release yourself. Naturally, the process of gathering evidence does not feel good. It may be overwhelming, you might feel tired and angry and afraid, but when you gather all your evidence, you'll have enough to dismantle whatever case was made against you. The wave of relief will come on the day you walk out of that prison, free and without shackles. That's how self-love is built. So how do we apply that to our lives? Get a pen and a paper or any writing tools you use. We are making two lists. The first one will be titled internal and the second one external. For the first one, imagine a dream version of you. This version loves themselves. If you've never thought about this person, that's your homework today, okay? This version is the person you wish you were, the person you wish you could be. They are living your dream life, the life of your dreams. What do? Are they confident? Do they speak up for themselves? Do they feel loved in their relationships? Do they have boundaries? Are they honoring their needs? Write down everything they do that you admire and want for yourself. Now, on that same list, write out everything that you do today that wouldn't fit the life of this imagined version of you. What behaviors do you engage in that are opposite to what that version of you does? Write them down. After you've written everything down, break your findings into two groups, small and big changes. Small changes are things that are immediately feasible, something someone can do right away. Big changes are things that require more time, like quitting a vice. It varies for everyone. Just break them into those two groups. Now pick one thing from the feasible group and go do it. Do it today or tomorrow and repeat daily. Do exactly what that version of you would do. That's how you start building evidence. That's how you become them. Then make a very specific plan with timelines for how you can achieve the big things, the things on the big changes list. What habits do you need to get rid of? Will it take 3 months, 6 months, a year? How will you ensure that you get it done? Do you need an accountability partner? The easiest way to get rid of bad habits is by building good habits. The more you engage in good habits, the bad ones will stop being fed and eventually die off. Don't wait for the right moment or a perfect feeling. In fact, it's in the doing that you start proving to yourself that you are worthy of love and respect. People who love themselves are people who take actions that are healthy for them, regardless of how they feel. Everything on your internal list is something you can change. It's all about how you show up in the world. It's in your hands. You can make the change. By taking actions that cancel out all the self-defeating behaviors that feed your self-hate, you get closer to that dream self. Every time you show up for yourself, you are adding to your bank of evidence. You are building proof that you are loved by you. Now, for the second list, external. Write out the relationships and beliefs that have informed how you see yourself. It could be friendships, religion, parents, or your connection with your siblings, whatever. The goal is to decide what is salvageable and what isn't. If there's a relationship that drives your self-hate, you need to decide how you want to relate to it going forward. Is there a conversation that needs to be had? Do you need new boundaries? Is distance needed, or is love needed? For example, when I made my list years ago, I realized that in addition to showing up for myself, I could gather evidence that I am loved from my siblings. So I focused on deepening my relationship with them. Instead of relying on being bound by blood, I made an active decision to build a friendship. That way, when I struggle, they are part of my chosen external support. Okay? Chosen. It's not by force. We are feeding our relationships. I also cleaned out my friendships. I upgraded some friends and I demoted others. And I cut out any belief systems that told me I was less than deserving. By doing this, I made any input from those sources about my worth redundant. They no longer mattered. I also made space for relationships that matched my current vibration. You cannot control people, but you can definitely control who you have around you. You will continue to feel unloved if the people you surround yourself with do not love you. So leave such spaces. Limit such connections if you can't cut them out. That way, on the days when the doubts creep in and you need some proof and support outside of yourself, when you look around you, the evidence will be in your favor. If you don't know how to start loving yourself, this is it. Honestly, there's nothing else. Go out and gather evidence. And it comes from doing, from action. Build a case that you are loved. Yes, you may not feel that way yet. Hello, makes sense? But keep gathering the evidence. And one day you will look back and realize that even the tiniest happening, the tiniest piece of evidence can dismantle a mountain of accusations. I've had people say things to me and I just laugh because it's funny. How can I be offended when I have a piece of evidence that cancels it out? You see, this isn't one of those videos where I try to convince you that you are worthy of love. Not today, because I've said it many times, and even if you've not heard it from me, another internet person has said it. What I'm telling you is to start acting like someone who is loved and worthy. Everyone is different, but for me, I, Pearl, the first. For me, when it comes to getting ourselves out of the mud, I believe in by hook or by crook, any possible means. Yeah. If hearing people tell you that you are wonderful and needed hasn't worked, that's okay. Do it while feeling not wonderful. Just copy people who are where you want to be, Ask questions. Really listen to their answers and do it regardless of your feelings. Remember, by any means necessary. Some people are zipping through their healing and grace journeys. Never mind them. This is your unique journey. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. And if you can't crawl, scream for help. Hello? Ask people who are crawling, walking, running, or flying to help you. People who love themselves set healthy boundaries and prioritize themselves even when they're uncomfortable and unsure. They leave toxic relationships even when they are afraid. If you are scared of being alone, be alone and then take it from there. If your relationship is toxic, leave and then take it from there. Let your actions of love come before your feelings of love. If you are worried about your health, do something about it. If you can't afford therapy, there are many free resources, videos, books. I don't know, take a walk in the park. Watch the birds. Look out your window and look at the moon. Sit in a coffee shop. Write. Empty your mind on paper. Go sit in a library. A lot of shame, depression, and pain and fear thrive in secrecy, behind closed doors, in your room as you hide. Go outside and make an effort to keep expanding your bank of evidence. Don't buy into the hype of bubble baths and candlelit dinners for one. I mean, those are nice. Don't quote me wrong. Deep self-love is cultivated on days when your legs feel like logs, when it feels like the world might just come crumbling down on top of your head. Yeah, directly on yours. When your body is screaming for their touch, but you know they're not good for you, so you respect yourself enough to stay away. When walking away hurts you, but you know that staying will kill you. It's easy to feel warm and fuzzy when things are great. Feelings by nature fluctuate. Be someone whose love and respect for themselves isn't just tied to feelings. Take action today. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure. My name is Pearl, and I'll see you in the next video.